Well, hello everybody, I'm back. Got another one for you today. I figured since I'm on a motorcycle, I should probably talk about motorcycles a little more. So today's topic is going to be, do loud bikes make you safer? And I'm sure you've heard this one before. So, but I think it's interesting just having maybe my perspective on it since I'm riding such a quiet bike. Well, so do I think loud bikes make you safer? Well, really, I'd have to say no. And you know, I've ridden a couple different bikes, but this one is definitely the one I've ridden in traffic the most already. But I grew up riding dirt bikes, and the first bike I ever rode was a 252 stroke. An old Husqvarna from 1976. So that thing was insanely loud. And when I was around traffic on it, which I know you're really not supposed to be, but when I was around traffic on it, it really didn't make me feel any safer at all than this bike does. And I guess I'm going to explain why. Well, I think if you're on a really loud bike, sure, people can hear you, but I don't necessarily think that makes you safer. I think a lot of times what it will do, especially if your bike is really loud or you pull in the clutch and rev it when you get close to somebody, I think you're really just going to startle the person. And once someone is startled or surprised, you really don't know what they're going to do. They could hit the brakes, change lanes really quick. They might accelerate away. And that's the thing. Once you surprise someone, you really don't know what they're going to do. In my opinion, I think you're better off keeping your distance and observing what people are doing. So, like for example, that truck that we just passed a second ago there, I was watching his head and I was seeing if he was turning his head towards me, because that would indicate that he's trying to change lanes, and what I'm concerned with is him changing into my lane. So that's what I do, is I watch people's heads and I try to figure out what they're going to do. And 99 times out of 100, I can predict what they're going to do, even if they don't signal. Or even if they do signal, usually I can figure out what they're going to do before they do it. A lot of times people look around before they even get to signaling. And I think if you're heavy into motorcycling, that's one thing you really got to learn to do better, is observe. Being on a motorcycle, you really have the best view of the road. You're pretty high up. You're really narrow, so you can go to either side of the lane, and you can look down in between cars, and just use that to your advantage. I think the responsibility is really on you to be safe. I think 99, well, I don't know exactly, but a huge percent of the collisions out there can simply be avoided by being proactive and just being observant of what people are doing, like I'm saying here. I don't think that just being on a loud bike automatically makes you safer. Does it get you noticed more? Maybe. But does that actually make you safer? That's the questionable bit. So yeah, that's just kind of my view on that. So yeah, I'll try to keep this video pretty short. So yeah, post your comments below and give a big thumbs up if you like the videos. More coming as always. Alright, see you next time.